Hey, what's up guys? Little man with the big opinion here. Today's video, gonna be another short one. It's mostly my opinion, but I think every prepper needs to stay vigilant before that SHTF scenario unfolds. And what I mean by that is the things that I'm going to talk about in today's video are things that everyone should be doing, whether you're a seasoned prepper, you've been doing this for, 5+ years, whether you stumbled upon my video and this is the first one you watch, it's a good one to watch, and then you need to go check out my other videos and subscribe and like this video so other people see it. But these are the things that I do every single day, or are part of my weekly schedule. And I think what I will start with is my 32-ounce water bottle. And that is staying hydrated throughout your entire day. Growing up, I imagine every single one of us have heard the saying, 8-ounce cups of water. And so for me, that is 2 of these. I typically finish one of these by about noon, and then I can almost finish another one after that. If you're not used to drinking that much water, you will be going to the bathroom constantly. And for some people, that 64 ounces of water is kind of high, whether you're smaller or the physical activity that you typically do in a day is not that much. Maybe you drink less water, and then maybe other people drink more water. If you're heavily involved in sports or you run 5Ks all the time, then you will most likely consume more than that 64 ounces of water. But staying hydrated is important. All the things on this list are things that you do or that you should do throughout your week, throughout your days. That way, when that SHTF situation happens, you are at your peak level. Because if during, this grid down situation, you're going to be more stressed out. I'm thinking, big level SHTF, like during the freeze last year. I wasn't worried about working out. The only thing I was worried about was staying warm and eating food. And so I wasn't really worried about my water because I was just huddled underneath my sleeping bag and adding wood to the fire. But think about it in, the 1800s. You're worried about survival. You're not worried about your physical level, your nutritional level, your hygiene, anything like that. So when the world is functioning properly and you're not meeting those levels, you're going into that SHTF situation handicapped. So that jumps into the next thing, which is your food nutrition. If you're already eating crappy food, then as soon as the grid goes down and you've got to start feeding yourself, that nutrition that you're receiving is going to change drastically. But if you're already eating right, then you're going into that situation the best that you can go into it. The best SHTF way that I can describe it is, if you ever read the Walking Dead comic book series, then you'll know that when they were in the prison, that's when they got workout equipment. That's when they were in a safe enough situation that they didn't have to worry about zombies, finding food, finding water, and sleeping well at night. And it wasn't until they got there that people were able to start, refocusing on their physical health. So outside of nutrition, that jumps us into the next thing is being physically healthy. Um, it doesn't have to be you're training for, the world's strongest man or the Boston Marathon or anything like that. Um, the biggest thing is staying in a reasonable weight for yourself. Um, you're not looking for a shredded physique. Um, you're just able to handle and take care of your body, which involves uh, running and body weight exercises for the point of this video. Um, Being able to do, you know, a handful of pull ups, being able to do um, push ups and sit ups and squats, and being able to run a mile or 2 miles in a reasonable time is all I'm looking for here. Your workout plan could be you work out, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you take the weekend off to do chores and projects and stuff. Your workout plan could be, 30 minutes every night before you take your shower. Um, but going into an SATF situation without exercise at all and being put in a scenario where you'll most likely have higher physical demands, you're going to be at a disadvantage. The next thing, it's pretty simple and involves your hygiene, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, washing your clothes. Um, if you um, were to be thrown into, you know, nuclear fallout and you didn't take a shower that day, then it's just a mental mindset thing. If you didn't brush your teeth that day, um, if you had to resort to wearing clothes you wore the day before, they're just slightly dirty, but it's not, the end of the world. Uh, that's just another one of those things that keeps you at your, peak level. So keeping up with your laundry, showering, brushing your teeth, um, your grooming standards. Uh, I don't do anything with the mustache, but I do have a razor to keep the sides shaved, and that one is mostly um, a mental thing, but being clean does affect your health. So that's another thing that I would add to your staying vigilant. Um, the next thing, if you're getting into prepping or you've been prepping, then staying vigilant is keeping up with your preps. You've got either a quartermaster style book where I've got this much of this much of this, um, and it's in your budget to continue to add to your preps, whether it's food, water, different supplies. Or it's knowledge based and you're learning new skills and you're practicing skills that you are learning. The Boy Scouts, they use the EDGE method: educate, demonstrate, guide, enable. Um, so, you, as the student, you're watching this video to get the education. You're watching videos on demonstrations on how to accomplish stuff. And then the guiding is if you're getting like physical teaching for stuff like this. And then the enable is you yourself are doing the skills and putting the knowledge that you learned into use. And the last thing that I have for this video for your staying vigilant is keeping up with current news, whether it's at the local, state, or federal level. If you live outside the United States and you don't have states, your local news and your national news. And even taking it a step further and keeping up with international news. I did the video a couple days over Kazakhstan, and there are some implications on why that could be an issue. The things that are going to affect you the most are, probably at the county or city level, depending on the size of your municipalities. So, most places that have at least 1,000 people have some sort of local newspaper, and they're putting them online. So reading that, keeping up what's going on, and then expanding that to state level and then national level issues. Um, because if an SHTF situation is going to occur, there are warning signs for it, uh, and it's better to figure that stuff out on your own through the warning signs than you come home from work where you have power, and on the way home you figure out that your town got hit by a blizzard and there's no power. The roads are getting blocked off, so you might have to walk home. Um, and just being thrusted into that SHTF situation, um, just you figure out when it happens and it hits you versus, I think this is a possibility based on XYZ. Or if it's weather related, in a lot of those situations, you do have an early warning. So that is my thoughts on staying vigilant. Just a recap: hydration, your nutrition, exercise, learning new skills, honing your skills, practicing your skills, and then the last one, staying up to date with local and current news. But what would you add to this list? Let me know in the comment section down below. Um, do you think this list is a good list? Just let me hear your thoughts, and I'll catch you in the next video.